You got all the questions.
Yo, we're here. Why? Go on.
We're live.
Yeah, no. What are you gonna ask me?
Have you got the questions? They came through all right.
The what?
The questions.
Yeah,
it's a Q&A.
no, I told you that. Yeah, I
Okay.
got them.
All right, good.
I got them. So, guys, what up? Well, I don't know. We have like an empty chair
Probably
over there in
more
the bottom
sense.
left, which is Neeks and everything. Javan, I hope you have your mod skills at the ready just in case we have a few unwelcome guests.
An invasion.
Yeah, that I usually come around the halfway 45 minutes mark. Hope you've got your mod skills ready, bro.
Yeah.
I just realized the actual mod skill I need you took away from me a few months back.
So it's always have hope's fault.
Because there's the main one where I can actually just shut the chat down where they can't write for 30 seconds. Then I can just get rid of them all and then open the chat back. But we can do that another time. I'll just do what I can now.
But
all right. So, guys, look, man, this is the Q&A and so forth. So, look, man, as I say again, so how is everyone doing, man? How's everyone doing? How's everyone popping up and down?
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys.
Trust.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Twitter page, and support us.
Patreon. Our Twitter page. I think you got hacked.
You got hacked? What, the Twitter page? How?
Yeah, but some mad questions being asked on there, like who's the brick and stuff like that.
Oh, I've got the results of that tweet as well, but I'll give it at the end, and we'll see if it's accurate.
I mean, we already know who won that one, man. Come on.
Well, we'll see if it's accurate. We'll see if the people them know what's going on.
Yeah. So what about it? So Neeks thingy. Well, how have you been? Okay, I mean, tell me all the juicy stuff. Tell me all the beautiful details, man.
I'm all right. I was just going through NBA Twitter, and I see Scottie Pippen clapping back on the thumb.
Oh man, yeah, that was hilarious. No, but I mean, it's like that is crazy, man. And like, there's nothing Richard Jefferson can even say in response to that. It's like,
no idea who he is. No, it's not Scottie Pippen. Who is he?
What?
Jefferson. Who is he?
He was on the Cavaliers team that won the championship with LeBron. Basically, he was like his side. Basically, he's a squad player.
Okay, that's why I don't know him.
Yeah, no. Look, he's not. Basically, he literally is a squad player. He's not like just a squad player and everything. But he's an analyst on, I think it's the Jump, I think, and everything. But which is why. So when Scott Pilgrim says that, he literally can't say anything in response. So, but you don't know, but it's fun. I mean, playoffs are in full mode, so it's fun. So, guys, look, man.
The Bucks are 2-0 down. I was like, shit.
Look, I saw my Nigerian amigo Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. They are going in on him and they're insulting. But I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's so good because like every time the football season finishes is just when the playoffs thing starts. So
is this not the football dugout? Why are we talking about basketball?
Hey, look, man, look. It's what the
reason
we talk about.
We didn't start an hour earlier today.
It's because I know Neeks is the man of sports, man. See, next week we're gonna talk about croquet because the croquet world championships starts next Monday.
I used to have a croquet set when I was a child.
Yeah, I've never played croquet, but it looks cool though.
It's intense.
No. Shout out to my croquet farm out there. So, guys, let's now jump off to our first question.
Did we forget that there was an international today? I thought we would have went an hour earlier. People are saying, "Oh, game,
man, that's a
what's Nations League?"
That don't matter, brother. That don't matter. I don't care.
Nations League really?
They ain't even played. Like, I don't think they took any Bayern Munich players or any Leipzig players. They all got left out, innit?
Well, apparently they're being
and also Spain's team has Jesus Navas in the flipping team, man.
And he's not even playing right back, which is where he plays for.
I know, he's right wing. Throwback to like what were we 2010 all over again or something.
Yeah, throw that competition in the bin.
All right, so first question we have is from friend of the show, Ramsey. So Ramsey says, does Gareth Bale start for your respective clubs?
In a heartbeat.
Where would he?
Are you saying pick Gareth Bale or Gareth Bale?
Gareth Bale now.
Gareth Bale now.
Where would he play for for United? Who loses out? Greenwood
on the right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
He's that good that it's like you just listen. You find a way because we know that he can do a thing behind the striker. If he wants to move over to the left, Rashford just move. Like get over.
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
See, for me, it's like,
Easy.
I suppose, look, it is Bale. So I suppose I would actually take Bale and just maybe, because Ziyech can play multiple positions. Because, look, it is Bale. Because I suppose because Ziyech plays on the right, but then you could maybe move him into the center
Well, who gets dropped?
as a false nine and then just shove Bale on that wide right. Because, look, thing about this is that it may not be peak Bale, but the guy can score a goal out of nothing.
Yeah, but who gets
to not
dropped?
have a guy like that.
That's a good question.
being
Who
stupid.
gets dropped? See,
Who gets dropped?
For me, I would have thought Chelsea were the only one where it'd be in a bit of a really, do we?
Oh, man.
I think
you say that, Devo, but Gareth Bale's better than Ziyech. Gareth Bale's better than Havertz.
In 2020.
In 2020. In 2020.
This guy, wait, the dude plays golf. He doesn't play football. He's a golfer.
Michael Jordan played golf. That's
yeah,
what
Michael
comparing
Jordan
Bale to
also
Jordan?
played baseball. I don't think
Neeks,
Bale
is that what
Jordan,
you're doing? Is that what we're doing in the big 2020? We're comparing Bale to Jordan.
Your Chelsea team, Bale will be like Jordan. Who's got it? That's the question.
No.
See,
No. Bale 2014. Oh my God! Like, please, I'll move everyone, build the whole team around him. Bale in 2020, I don't know, because see, I have seen Bale play a few games for Real Madrid this past season, and he's looked sketchy. He's looked sketchy. So
we're just thinking about the old Bale, man. Like,
no,
where's the Bale of now?
But
so we're talking about Bale as of right now.
But even last season's Bale, who didn't play that much but played, he will get into the Chelsea team.
Yeah, I'm saying who gets dropped.
For me, we're saying Ziyech. Ziyech based on what? Not getting out of Champions League group stages. Played in
Versus someone that can't even get into the Real Madrid squad, man.
No, but you know what? You don't have to drop Ziyech. You just have to drop him deeper. You don't have to drop him from the side.
Well, someone has to get dropped to get.
Just play him as an 8. Do you know what I mean? You could probably play Bale. Obviously one of them has to drop. Havertz, Pulisic, Werner, Bale, Ziyech. I don't know how you fit all of them in the team. It's hard enough without Bale trying to fit them all in the team. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's the only one where there's a question. As for Arsenal, yes. Simple answer. Yes, Gareth Bale plays wherever the hell he wants to play. That's where he plays. The only one whose position he can't take is Aubameyang. And you just put Aubameyang up front and then Bale can play wherever else he wants. That's it. Simple as that.
All right. So Josh Person says, Messi fixed a whole transfer saga to make us forget 8-2. Don't worry, we'll hopefully get to that because what Messi just did, don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there very soon, bro. We'll get there very soon because I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Wait. I don't get this question. Is this a question?
It might be a two-part. It might be a two-part question.
Okay, yeah, this is weird. Okay. So maybe you can explain this to me, Devo.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on this World 11? Next thing should be the image of the World 11. It's pretty straightforward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just common
Who
sense.
the heck is this L?
So hold on. When you get to the next thing, you'll see who it is.
And you'll see why her name is.
Yeah.
Is this an OnlyFans account or something? Or
Pure L's in there. Pure L's.
So
I made a World 11, and it's the most accurate one you'll ever see.
L. I saw Cater. L.
Yeah, I saw Cater in there, and I was like, "What?"
Wait.
Yeah.
So is this best in the world as of right now?
Yeah, I believe so.
See,
what the hell?
I'm putting in Robertson for Davis. I'm putting Oblak over Alisson, but I understand why you got Alisson. But Oblak, Robertson.
She's clearly a Liverpool.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
It's a fair,
but that's a fair shout.
Fair argument.
That's a fair shout.
And in midfield, so you got Thiago, De Bruyne. Definitely not Keita.
Naby Keita. Thiago.
What? God, how did Keita even get in there? I don't know.
She must be a Liverpool fan. Must be.
Yeah.
I'll probably take out
if Keita and Ta are in here, then then obviously you're leading towards it. And is Alisson really the best keeper in the world after we saw what Neuer did? See, basically, this is Liverpool bias. This is not a world 11. This is a Liverpool. Basically, you said I made a Liverpool fans world 11.
But even
that's
then,
what you should have said. Not I didn't because how is Alisson in there before Neuer?
But this is how it's so confusing because she's clearly a Liverpool fan, and she hasn't put Robertson at left back. That's probably one of the only clear shouts where you can actually say,
well, this is
that makes sense.
Go further on in the tweet.
I don't know if it's there, but below the tweet, she goes, "Oh, the reason why I didn't put Robertson is I didn't want to be too biased."
I didn't even see that. I didn't. You know, this is not a good representation of Liverpool fans. I'm just gonna say that. I think most of them would know Naby Keita ain't in no World 11. They may try and sneak in as many as they can. They'd probably put Salah in there instead of Messi.
No, basically, the only ones I'll give a tick to is, unfortunately, Messi, even if I'm not his greatest fan right now. Lewandowski, of course. Mane, okay. De Bruyne, yeah. Thiago Alcantara.
I wouldn't put him in there.
What? But wait,
no. He's good, but no. Okay, wow. He had one good game in the CL final, which he was allowed to because PSG were playing.
Thiago's done well, but I don't think. Well, I'm trying to think of midfielders who I put in front of him right now. That's what I'm trying to think.
I said no Keita, but I don't even know who the other central midfielder would be.
Yeah. If Jordan Henderson
as well.
It's Jordan Henderson.
Toni Kroos.
No, I'll put Kimmich for Kroos. I'll put Kimmich for Kroos and keep Trent in there. And I would like we'll take. I'm
putting Hakimi in that right back position.
No.
Hakimi.
If
there's only two options.
The last year and a half or 2 years, Koulibaly might not even make it.
I wouldn't put Koulibaly in there.
No, that's what I say. I would probably put Upamecano in that the defense ahead of Koulibaly as of right now.
I'd put Laporte. I'd put Van Dijk and Laporte.
Fair enough. He didn't play.
But actually, you know what? Yeah. See, for me, that midfield, I would take out Thiago and Keita and put in Kimmich and Kroos. But the thing is that you need a thug. You need like a thug in there. You know what? Kante.
No, not based on.
Not based on the last 2 years,
since the World Cup. Let's be honest.
So who is the thug in that midfield? Okay, so who is the tackler in the midfield? Who's the thug?
If you're putting Kimmich in there, it could be Kimmich.
Well, look at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have Goretzka and Thiago, and they just won the Champions League. So,
but this is what we were talking about on Monday.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need that destroyer in there. You just need someone who's Goretzka could be everywhere at once. And if you're pressing high up the pitch, you might not necessarily need someone to win the ball deep because everyone is on job. As long as everyone's on job, you're going to harass people into losing the ball. And that's what Bayern do.
Where's Bruno Fernandes? This is a disgrace. Get this off my screen.
Okay, look. Okay, so on that
note, you do need a penalty taker. You do need. Where's Xhaka?
I would advise you change your name from L because look, unless you want people to insult you. That's but thanks for the question. Oh, thank you. That was a good question. The click. Do you guys think if Liverpool owners were like Man City, PSG, or Chelsea owners, Klopp would have won way more trophies, like 2 to 3 UCLs and maybe 2 EPLs rather than just 1 UCL and 1 EPL?
No.
So basically, he's obviously assuming that if he had unlimited spending and could spend on whoever he wants. No. And the reason why I think Liverpool's success is built on the players that they were forced to sign to fit Klopp's system. So if they had this endless amount of cash, would he have wasted it on players who were names rather than integral parts of the system? Would he have seen Trent at right back and, when Klein got injured, would he have put Trent in or would he have been like, let me spend 50 million on a right back because we've got all this money to spend? Or would he have signed Robertson at 8 million because of budgets? Or would he have gone 40 million on some waste? No, but I think it is interesting to at least think of what could he have done with unlimited spending. If I can now spend on whoever I want because we know that Klopp really knows how to find talent.
I do, but
he got 97 points last year, 99 points this year. who you gonna buy to get 114 points and win every game? Like this, regardless of spending or no spending, I think the last 2 seasons he got as much out of any Premier League team as you can in those 2 years. And the 2 seasons before that, Man City got 100 and then 98, obviously previously. So I think it was unfortunate for him that Man City got 98, as opposed to unfortunate that he didn't have more money to spend. I don't know if him buying, I don't know, let's say they had a Lewandowski, they would have got more points. Like, you might just won some games more comfortably, but 97 points is a lot. So, and to win 2 or 3 Champions Leagues, like, come on, that's
Real Madrid did that, and that's not normal.
You put your finger in the air and say,
they probably would have had 2 Champions Leagues instead of 1.
Maybe he might have, because maybe the project of his 5 years would have been quicker. So maybe he would have won 1 earlier, and then what I don't know. But Champions League is really you can't say we spend to win it. Many teams have spend money and haven't won the Champions League.
Look at Bayern Munich.
Bayern
Munich ain't spending money. Bayern Munich's whole team costs less than Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The whole team. And they won the Champions League at a canter. So I don't think spending money is necessarily always the right thing for every club. You obviously worked for Man City.
Yusuf says in the comments, if Thiago comes, we get 107 points. If Thiago comes, I bet you
don't know that.
I bet you still get
based on what?
You get less points than you did this year, but probably still win the Premier League. So it's like buying more players don't mean you're going to get more points.
And you know what? I know Thiago is a great player, but one of Liverpool's strengths over the last few years under Klopp has been that midfield is an engine room that works hard to distribute the ball to the creative players and win the ball back. And if you take one of them out, we don't know how that's going to affect the balance of the team. You may put someone more creative in there, but it might mean that the system's going to have to change, and that could take a little bit of time to adjust to. And in that time, you might lose a few steps to someone like a Man City or whoever, Chelsea or whoever else it is going to be. So just saying you're going to sign players makes you better isn't always the case. Sometimes it makes you worse because you have to go through that adjustment time.
I think I get what Devo is coming from, because I think it's look, Klopp, he's good at really working on a limited budget. Like, how much money did he have to spend on Dortmund? He didn't spend crazy amounts to get Lewandowski. He didn't spend crazy amounts to get Kagawa and so forth. So he's good at, like really working with what he has and really trying to maximize players or put players in different positions and so forth. So the answer is that we'd never know. It isn't a 1 + 1 = stuff like, oh, if you have more money, you can spend it. Oh, you would do better. Because it's like people say, oh, look at how good Moyes did with Everton. Yep. So if you went to Man United and he had more, so no, it doesn't work like that. Football does not work like that. It's more complex. So you making the leap of like, look at what he has done without any money. If he now had money, he now equals success. Doesn't necessarily always translate. So Amateur Critic says, where would you rank peak Ozil? Rank as a playmaker? Oh, no, he was definitely one of the best playmakers in the world at his peak.
Up there, 100% up there. They're at the top.
Like, what's it called? 2012, like 2010 to 2012? Yeah.
Real Madrid Ozil was it pisses me off that we never got to see that Ozil Arsenal. It's like having
you did for the first.
Not really. We never really got to see him.
Never really truly did. Only glimpses.
Yeah, we never really got to see him consistently at that level. It's like having Superman in your team, but he don't want to do none of his powers. He wants to play like a human. It's annoying.
All right. Thank you for the question then, Mr. Click. Good question. Thank you for that question, Mr. Click. Next question from a JK, who says, what was the last time you saw amazing scouting from a major club? Your club or a rival? Example, them signing a completely unknown player and that player turned world-class or has shown high potential. For example, Davis at Bayern or Martinelli at Arsenal, apart from those examples.
I wouldn't have Martinelli in there. It's a bit early for Martinelli. But yeah, Davis, yeah.
No. For look, how they found. I still think Lewandowski is one of the great finds because that guy came out of nowhere and has now developed into one of the best strikers of his generation. And literally, he came totally off the radar. Because I think Aguero, we always saw him through Atletico Madrid coming up and everything. Cannibal Suarez, we saw him doing his thing for Ajax and everything. Sport Lewandowski just sort of came out of left field, And also look, Ajax, so Atletico, these are established clubs and everything. But Dortmund, it was like, who is this? So I think Lewandowski was a very good find.
Well, that's a tough question. I'm struggling to answer this question.
I would say.
I mean,
I don't know if it's too early, but can we say Robertson? Didn't his team get relegated?
Yeah, but he was playing in the Premier League.
Yeah, but
so it's not the same.
Was anyone speaking about him?
Well, yeah, that's how he got the move. But it's not like he came from out of anywhere. He was playing in front of us every week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's not the same.
Yeah, I hear that, but everyone was like, "Yeah, who's this kid that we bought? That they bought? Is he actually good?" And then look, we didn't expect him to be this good, but
no, not that good. No,
N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, see, I was thinking Mahrez as well. Mahrez came to my head.
Kante, Mahrez.
Playing for some, I don't know, French team that none of us have been watching. I know you don't like to say you watch the French league.
I don't even know if he was in the top French league.
I don't think he was either. And they bought him for about 5 million, I think it was. But him and his agent obviously knew his talent because they said, all right, we'll come, but we need to have a release clause because I know I'm going to be balling and I want that move to a club. And they put in because most people would be grateful. Oh, they found me from nowhere and brought me to the Premier League. I'll just come. And then they end up pricing themselves out of a move. He said, nah, I need a release clause. And Chelsea going for 30 million. The man turned into, from probably League 2, maybe in the French division, to a world-class midfielder. Won 2 back-to-back Premier League titles. So, yeah, I think for me, the last one, I'm going Kante.
Okay.
And yeah, Mahrez too, if that's the case.
Mahrez, that's
same.
But I suppose Mahrez was signed from out of nowhere, but played in. Was he in the Championship for one season?
Maybe, yeah.
I think he came up with Leicester. I'm not entirely sure.
No, they bought him. They bought him.
No, they bought him. They bought him from like the French second division, but he played for Leicester in the Championship. I think before they came up. I think he played there. I might be wrong.
And I think you're right. I think he played one season in the Championship. But it's still, I mean, yeah. Because I guess them signing Mahrez, we wouldn't have known about it anyway because they were in the Championship. It's like there's a lot of unknown players signed there.
Man said Jamie Vardy. You might as well just say the whole Leicester squad at this point.
No, but Jamie Vardy was signed from non-league. So he
from
was
Fleetwood.
He was from nothing.
Yeah.
Literally, man was playing. It wasn't even professional when they signed him. That's a madness.
Yeah.
okay. So thanks for the question, dear Sire. So next one we have here, from Footy Wizard, who says, what is your opinion on men and women receiving equal pay in both club and international game? So I think this is obviously off the news that the Brazil Federation have announced that the Brazil men's team and the Brazil women's team are both going to be receiving equal pay. And then obviously people...
And England
as well.
Now,
England? Really?
England that they've been paying the women and the men the same since January.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, you see, basically there are two ways to tackle it. I think, on the surface is like, okay, that's, if they both play the same sport and so forth. So that, why should that be an issue? But I think people's arguments is demand and the audience that you bring in. And this is what people said about, the perfect example is the US team. The US women's team is the best team and the most famous team and the most successful women's team of all time. So, and they're far more popular and they're far more watched in America than they are the US men's team. But the men's game is far larger than the women's game. And the kind of revenue that the men's game brings in is bigger than the women's game. So this isn't based on sexism or you're being against the gender. It's just simple economics, simple business. With the fact of that, the men's game, the money, forget about the split teams, the actual money that is within the men's game is so vast that is why they will pay more, because of the paradigm that they are within, which is the men's game that generates so much more money than the women's game. So it isn't a sexism thing and everything. It's just a economic reality of the difference in finances and demand and viewership of the men's and the women's game.
You see me, I think, first and foremost, it's your money. Pay who you want, how much you want, first and foremost. However, if I was a man, and I am a man, but if I was a man playing football, that person has an argument to say, if they really want to be pedantic, if they're really not happy with the wage that they're already getting. Excuse me, I am Eric Dyer, for argument's sake. I don't even know if he made the latest squad.
Waste man.
But let's say I am Eric Dyer, and I should be earning more than Alex Scott, because if we're going to be honest, me playing for the men's team brings in more revenue than the women's game. So there's no way. And it's like if you work in a workplace, and if I'm the, I don't know, director, how can the supervisor be getting paid the same as me just because the owner has enough money to pay everyone the same? And I'm like, well, this don't make sense, because at any other work of life, any other company I'm in, I'm going to be paid based on the level of work I'm doing. So they have an argument, but it would be very pedantic when you're considering how much those men are actually earning for their clubs. When it comes to club football, it's very much a business. And I think football in general is a business, yes, but club football is very much a business in terms of you have ownership, shares, etc., etc. You buy and sell players. So I'll be very, very surprised, and I'm very surprised if you came to club football where women ended up getting paid the same as men, i.e. Man United on a men and women team, and they said, well, the top earner at Man United is also going to be in the men's is going to be top earner women. That would be very stupid, and I can't see it happening. However, the ethos behind international football is always it's an honor to play for your country. You are serving your country by playing for them. It's not a job, it's an honor. We know there comes match salary, match fees, etc., bonuses with it, but you don't get a weekly wage. So I understand that if you're going to pay men and women the same for representing their country, because it's not a job, you might say you're going to war to represent your country. So I understand that for internationals, but club football, it wouldn't make any sense, because club football is fully a business.
100% agree with everything you just said. I think at international level, I think they should be paid the same. They're both representing the same country. They're both working under the same umbrella, the FA. So they should be paid the same. But obviously there will still be disparities, because the women won't get as much sponsorship money, or they won't get as much endorsements. So being paid by the FA the same, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to club football, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because there's so much more money pumped into the men's game for whatever reason, mostly because the gate receipts or television rights or whatever. It wouldn't make sense for just to say, okay, well, everyone now has to be on equal footing. Now, how would you even police that? Would you say, right, well, Messi, for example, you're no longer on $1 million a week because we have to pay, I don't know who the top female footballer is. There's a girl at Arsenal who bangs goals, the Dutch girl, Madema, let's just say her. You now have to earn the same as Messi. So you're both now on $1 million a week. It wouldn't work, because the female football game would go broke. They don't have that kind of money to pay. So it doesn't make sense. But as far as international football, if you're both working underneath the same governing body, the FA, it makes perfect sense for you to get equal pay.
And what the US team, I think it's the US team, I think what they've started doing, no, it's not the US team, maybe the English, the FA, where their sponsorship deals are for England football. So I think in the past you would have English men, England men sponsorship deals, English women sponsorship deals. We know the men are going to want the ones who are actually bringing the revenue, but because they negotiate it as England football,
it's shared out.
Say, well, we are part of England football, and you brought in 5 million sponsorship revenue, so that should be shared out. If the FA decided to split it to men's and women's, then you can have a proper split to say, well, the men are bringing in 4 million, the women are bringing in only 1 million. And can I just say so quickly, because the US argument is probably the one that's used the most, because of, as Hope said, how successful the women's team is. But even in the year that they earned more than the men, it was a case of they played much more games than the men. They qualified for so much more tournaments, and they brought in like 1 million more. So it's all represented. It's like, how much per game are you actually bringing in? Because with each game comes expenses. You have to send the players out. You have to fly them here. You have to put them up X, Y, Z. So the men bring in more money per game, even in the US than the women, despite how successful they are. And that's not the US football's fault because it's FIFA. The FIFA men's tournament is much more lucrative than the FIFA women's tournament. So how do you spend that money? Where's it coming from?
All right. So Whimsical Thought says, could you please do an episode on the best 11 of all time? We might do that. I mean, that would be something we may put on the Patreon or something like a special thing episode. Wait, have we done
do that for you?
Wait, have we done a best 11 of all time?
I don't think we've done the best 11 of all time all round. Didn't we do a best Premier League 11?
Yeah, we did it best Premier League.
All time. Okay.
I don't think we've done the best all time.
So Saeed says, sorry, guess I was late. Did Nick say Bale would start with United? Are you feeling well, my friend? Bale doesn't start for Arsenal and they finished 8th.
Bale would start for Arsenal.
What?
Who would stand in Bale's way at Arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Bale starts for Arsenal, man. So you're saying that Saka and Pepe starts ahead of Bale? Even Bale in 2020, that's just being insulting, you know. I know he's a golfer, but come on, bro. We have Nick's best friend here. One of Nick's close friends. Nix, I think you know this dude, bro. So from eye test, man, the man who was born before the Egyptians built the pyramids. Eye test. I want to know whether how the pyramids were built. I still want to know how did they build the pyramids without any cranes? Please tell me.
Aliens, but we'll talk about
that's
that.
Actually true,
is Marta the greatest ever overall footballer, male and female? Her personal accolades are remarkable, earning the FIFA Female World Player of the Year 5 consecutive times, 06 to 2010. But you see, this is the Serena argument all over again. Like, Serena, easily the greatest female tennis player of all time. Like, she totally revolutionized the game completely. But even she said that, don't put me in a tennis game with one of the men. I'd get embarrassed. So she knows that her limits. So my thing about it is that for the women's game, of course, Marta is amazing, but we can't use her accolades and what she's achieved in the women's game and compare that to the men's game, because just based on footballing technique and sort of the men do it quicker, sharper, and at a more tenacious speed and pace than the women do it. So to call her the greatest, then you'd have to put her in the men's game and see how she fared. And I think that she'd find it difficult playing in a game that is much faster, much more physical, if you put her in the men's game. So for me, this makes zero sense, bro. No.
Yeah, I get the sentiment, but you have to look at, especially in 2006 to 2010, the women's game has come on a long way since then. And you have to look at the players she was playing against in that time to win that award. So she may have been the best in the world, and she probably, and as she was, I remember seeing clips of her, and she was a baller. But if you put her against, as we said, if you put her in the men's game, would she still have those accolades over that time? I very much doubt it. She may be very good and play a very good level, but I doubt very much she'll be playing at the level of a Messi or a Cristiano Ronaldo, which is what you're saying. So no, I don't think that works.
No.
You see, the thing is, it's like, okay, she won, what do you say? And in the Ballon d'Or 5 consecutive years.
Yeah.
And when I was in school, I won Player of the Year twice in a row. Like, what does that mean in the grand scheme? Absolutely nothing. There's levels to it. That's what it is. Levels to it. You can't, because a man was banging 1,000 goals at under 21 level, is he better than Pele because he got 1,000 and Pele only has officially 700 and what God knows what. It's like this is levels, and I understand that both are at the top of their level, but mine was at the top of school level, and then his was at the top of 100 under 21s, and the women's game is just not at the same level as the man. So I think it's just unfair on the women when we have those discussions, because it sounds like you're really trashing them, and then honestly, it's just like, no, just don't. As Serena said, don't compare me with the men. We are playing a race of, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, we're running two different races.
Yeah. You know, I think basically one person even said it great. Like I think it was Carl, you know, who said it's two different sports, and I think that is what I've come to my realization of. men's football and women's football, because I watched the women's football World Cup and I was like, oh, this is actually some pretty good stuff, But I just realized that it's not something that I could never sit down and properly watch. It's never going to happen. And I think that he said, oh yeah, it's two different sports. So you just have to tell that this is just a different sport from the football that I know and I grew up with. It's a different thing. So it is what it is.
There's a comment from Cap Livy Page. I said, Lord have mercy, these questions are going directly into the Brick Academy wing of questions.
Look. I mean, what can be said, man? I mean, we appreciate these questions, but sometimes those questions can be a little bit wild. From Devo, oh shit, yeah, how you doing, man? Name one hip hop instrumental that you feel is underrated from each decade. 90s, 2000, 2010s. Instrumental.
Wait, stop.
Hold on.
Start the street.
The football dugout.
Devo goes, ain't this a football dugout? Devo,
we was talking about basketball.
Oh,
you know what? This is no. Wait. Football and hip hop go hand in hand.
No,
They do. It's about
no. Don't do that. No, that's
it's
basketball.
Culture.
Basketball and hip hop hand in hand. Football and hip hop, no. Don't.
Football and hip hop do. Come on. You go into most dressing rooms when they're getting ready for a game. You'll hear hip hop.
Okay, let's look at
African.
Let's look at the top players in each sport. We know LeBron listens to rap. We know Steph listens to rap. Does Messi listen to rap?
Yes. There's a video of him banging Chief Keef. There's a video of him in his car banging Chief Keef. So yes, he does.
That's a lie.
Yes, he does. Next.
No, he does. And Cristiano doesn't listen to rap.
Cristiano doesn't listen to music. He's an android. All he does is gym and
Devil's a non-footballing question that has nothing to do with football whatsoever.
It's a good question though.
I think Devo should answer it because I have
no question.
No, 90s.
Someone Splashing It said it's a fake video, Devo.
Listen, shout out Splashing It.
It's something from Jay Dilla. I would say probably what was it called? Mind Power from Tribe Called Quest's album Beats, Rhymes and Life. 2000s, I would say I might say Joe Budden's Pump It Up or
Pump It Up.
In the Club. What's it called?
Marcus Houston.
Because that was 03. 2010.
Wait, no, he's talking about 50 Cent, right?
Oh, yeah. 50 Cent. I thought we meant Marcus Houston. Oh, we can't do that.
2010, I would probably say has to be one from Kendrick.
Interesting.
Probably that's
underrated.
What's it called?
Migos t-shirt.
What's it called? If these what's the name of that freaking song on
what's it on?
These walls. Yeah.
Yeah, All of the Lights is a banger. I'll have to agree with that.
But that's not underrated though. I'm talking about ones that no one.
Really I'm just reading the comment.
I mean, so for me, 90s, I'm gonna go with Busta Rhymes, Woo-Ha. That instrumental was sick. 2000s, What We Do, Freeway. Kanye spazzed on that beat. Even though what we do is wrong, that beat is sick. Kanye went hard on that track. And 2010s, it's TDE. You know that? Yeah, I don't even know it. I can't remember how the I can't put the letters in the correct order, but yeah, that too. that beats it. Yeah, I don't even know it.
You said
now.
I think 2000s. I'm thinking. I think it should be 2000s. Drive Slow. Kanye on his Late Registration album. That's a solid beat. And I just forgot. It's the last track on Drake's Drake's album. What's the one when his head's in the clouds?
If You Could.
No, was it? It's not. Nothing was the same.
Yeah, nothing was the same. I'll get the last track now. One second.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
Oh, I'm not playing it.
Don't play it. Trust me. Drake himself will shut this entire channel down. Champagne Pappy.
This thing.
Actually, I'm thinking.
Not pound. Is it pound cake? Not pound cake. Not
Pound cake. That was a big one.
Not pound cake. The motion. That instrumental is hard. It's a hard instrumental. But one of the best endings to an album.
Actually, no. But no, Drake. What's it called? Thank Me Later. The final track. That's a damn good. I'll say that's also a damn good instrumental as well.
What's the last track? You can thank me now. No.
Oh gosh, what's it called again?
What one is it? You can thank me now. Thank me later.
No. That's the second to last track. What's the last track? Oh damn it!
Let's search it up.
Everyone's got their Google fingers out.
Track list. Best I ever had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best I ever had.
Yeah.
So, what's it called? Javan?
Listen, underrated, that's hard because for me, I rate all the songs I like. So if I like it, it's overrated for me. Boy, and there's the 2000s or 2010s. Oh, there's so many songs. I don't even. I can't pick. I can't.
Speaking of music, did anyone watch the Monica?
No.
I was gonna say Moesha, but her name's Brandy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Tell me, what is the beef between them two? I've heard about this beef, but I have no idea.
Well, I think they both.
Listen to it.
Basically, they both came up around the same time. The kind of brand of R&B they were doing was very similar. Because obviously, my sister was obviously a music business, so I always just see the stuff that she was buying. So every time Monica will release, brand will release, and also the kind of R&B they brought and they did was very similar as well. And also, I think Brandy used to say a few things about Monica and how she's a bit too brash and everything. So people
I heard that Monica slapped Brandy one time, apparently. Or was it another way around?
Yeah, I think Monica's from the streets, man.
Yeah, I heard that.
Monica
she's like, you know what? Don't mess.
She'll fight
Monica, like everything. But
Rodney says Monica punched Brandy before a show once, I think.
Monica will fight.
Because before the verses, they hadn't spoken to each other for 8 years.
For me, Monica beats Brandy all day, every day.
You see,
she may not have the hits, but Monica.
Wait. Before the verses, I was like, man, Brandy's like, what the heck has Monica done? Brandy easily beats her. Then when and this is a bit of the verse, I was like, Monica did that. She did that because you forget. I say, I didn't know she did that. You forget the amounts of songs that you knew were popular, but that she did it. So for me, Monica, in my opinion, I think she makes the better tracks personally. All right, so from RDZ17 says, I'm pretty sure the FC Dallas under 15 beat the women's national team 5-2. You can't compare the two.
It was 15-2. I think it was 15-2.
Really?
Yeah, there was a 15-2.
15? Come on.
15-2 boys versus women. Yeah, 100%.
They've got to just eradicate that from the records. That's damaging.
Oh no, the Dallas one was 5-2, but there was a 50. There was a 50. I'm trying to think what the
you can't. You see, if you just show that result, then it messes the whole narrative, man. Because but it's like I say, whenever you say, people are like, oh no, gosh, you're something. But it's just biology. It's like this isn't about skill. Like sports, skill is one thing, but then there's another thing in terms of speed and physicality. Men just do it faster and are stronger than women. So that thing that you just take for granted in the men's game, you will now see it more. If you had the best women's team against some under 15 kids, those kids will win because they will just play at a faster, quicker level than the women will do. And that in sports means something. Serena, skill-wise, is amazing. But why she gets beat by the men is because of how fast they can hit the ball and how strong they are. It's not like of them being more skilled, but the speed and strength that the men have mean that you don't stand a chance. So, Andrew says that this was good. That actually, yes, I forgot about this. I think this was 90s exhibit paparazzi's instrumental.
2000s, no?
Maybe it was early 2000.
Yeah.
Early 2000. No, that was actually
Pimp my ride.
that was actually a damn good show, man. All right. Thank you for the question, dear sir.
You're welcome.
So from Aziz says, your thoughts on the upcoming season in the Premier League being the most competitive ever. Leeds, Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, United, ex-City, or I think you mean City, Liverpool, Everton. Okay, well, because they got James, Wolves, Sheffield, all will improve. Are Sheffield going to improve?
I think he listed a few teams that for me.
I don't know about that.
Like Leeds, yes, we sort of fancied the Leeds ain't doing nothing special. Like they're not. They're coming from the Championship. I know I've said it last year about Sheffield United as well. I expect them to go down again, and I don't care. They would, if they survive relegation, they've had a good season. Let's be honest. That's what their role is. Their job this season is to stay up. Sheffield United ain't doing nothing. They'll if they finish top 10, again, they've had a great season if they do that.
Yep.
Wolves can push, but they ain't really made any signings. And I'm not sure they're so Doherty. I'm not sure what's really. They need to make signings. They need to kind of push on. Everton.
They've bought a whole new midfield by looking of it. Alan, James, they're trying to get Decore.
That James could be a very good signing.
The reality is, you got Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin leading the line. I like Richarlison, I do. But these men, they're not gunmen. They're not getting you 20 goals a season.
Yeah, so that's why they probably bought in James, because his contribution to goals. I was reading it up today when I saw he's contributing some good amount of goals. So I'll
pick Bale over James for argument.
Yeah,
obviously, but they're not gonna get.
But Everton ain't got no defenders.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got no defenders.
Because apart from James, Everton are not doing anything, man. Even with Ancelotti, bro.
The thing is, I'm thinking like obviously we know that it's going to be usually this A team that kind of breaks the mold, and obviously hasn't been mentioned Leicester here, but I think the top six might be the big six. I have a feeling the top six will be the big six this year.
Maybe Spurs drop out.
I don't know about that, Deb. I know you want them to.
Maybe Spurs drop out.
First full season, I think we'll have a decent season.
I expect a very good competitive season.
No. The Premier League is going to get tighter and tighter each year.
Yeah, Mourinho. You know what? I don't think this season. I don't think it's going to be like the last 3 seasons where teams have run away with it and there's a massive gap between the top 2 and the rest. I think it might still be a gap, but I don't think we're going to be looking at 20 odd points and them kind of stripping this like we have had in the last few years. I think it will get a little bit tighter. I think maybe a gap of 10 points or something. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's going to be them stripping this where teams are just running away and getting 90 odd points. I hope it's not anyway. I hope not.
Messi should join Everton, to be honest, if he really wants to prove it. Yes.
You should join Stoke.
Or that hope says.
Why? What do you mean? No. I told you.
What happened to Messi? Was this all a fad? Like,
yes, it was a fad. The guy had us on the flipping rules. Okay.
Wait, what happened? What?
We'll get there.
We'll get there, Dross. We'll get there. Thank you for the question, Mr. Man. Sammy #Perez out. Wow, it's a bit harsh. Should Florentino Perez be under more pressure based on Madrid's transfer business? He's still not fixing the right wing problem. When Sané costs 40 mil, not even a bid. Midfield is aging, and Thiago only costs 30 mil, and still no Casemiro backup. More Rodrigo and Vasquez on UCL nights. Now, to be fair, I don't know whether this is a defense or anything. So, apparently, Van der Beek and Real Madrid had an agreement.
Yeah.
But then when COVID hit, that changed everything. And apparently,
the real big club, the real biggest club in the world, took center stage.
Ignore what the guy on the bottom of the screen is. So basically,
which guy? Giovanni.
Neeks, turn your one kobo 50 camera back on, man.
This is
So, look, and I think there was even another guy as well. It was Van der Beek and someone else where they had an agreement, but because of COVID, it's messed everything up. But I still think that that's still no excuse because, okay, then making another bid. So for me, because again, like Rodrigo is his eye, he's cool. The only thing on the season was that dribble he did on
he's young,
homeboy Cancelo in the CL.
Give the
But
boy
for
a
me,
chance, man.
was it?
He's young. Give him a chance. He's young.
Nah. I can already tell.
You know what? It doesn't make sense. He's saying that there's aging squad, and then he's cussing the young guy who's been there one season. He's what, 18? What do you want? And he's saying they should get Thiago. Thiago's aging. He's 29. This guy's confused. You won the league. You know what I mean? I'm
That's
tired
the
of
thing,
all these
man. You know, even if you win the league,
fans,
for more.
come on. All these fans have just won the league or just won the Champions League. Real Madrid have won 3 Champions League in the last how long?
Yeah.
They've won the league. They've got a good amount of young players in the squad. Some players who are coming back from loan who have performed very well. So they've got players. And you want the man out even though he's bringing success. It doesn't make any sense. I would love for these people to go and support some team like, I don't know, Betis. And then you know pain. Do you know what I mean? You can't be cussing everyone because you're winning things and you're not signing players. You're winning.
But the only way you stay on top is by being greedy and ruthless and never settling for mediocrity. That's how you stay on top.
But look at the state of Barcelona.
Wemo Werner.
Look at the state of Barcelona. I think Real Madrid are.
Wemo.
So I think they're all right.
So what's it called? Bob Sapp says, so Messi is bottling again, only this time 8. Bro, come on, man. That's that's low, man. That's low. Okay. From this one, man. From Mr. Sammy again. Let's see what your boy is saying. From Sammy, #Perizat. Are you guys a fan of how the UCL draw has been done in the last 2 years, where they do the quarter and semi-final draw in one using the brackets? I personally don't like it, and I prefer to have a fresh semi-final draw after the quarters because it brings nerves before the draw.
You know, remember they used to do this back in the days.
Yeah,
they used to do it like this. Then they went back. Then they went to doing it for each draw, and now they've gone back to doing it as I don't know.
I prefer that just a draw after each round.
Okay,
I prefer that kind of. It just brings a little bit of added suspense, I suppose. You don't really know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? I prefer it that way. I also prefer
no, for me, I prefer knowing what the semi will be. So basically, like a Euros or a World Cup or a Nations Cup, like, aha, this is what could happen. This is the guys that could face in the semi-final. Whereas, like, okay, they win. You now have to have another, and also those draws are some of the most annoying things to watch because because they send out like a soft core porn star to basically introduce the whole thing. She talks for ages. Then the main guy says some stuff about, we know this about UEFA, and they show some crap, and then they basically, so before you actually see the draw, it's an hour of this complete auto crap. So the less I see of UEFA's draw thingies, the better, personally.
Fair.
You know?
Fair enough.
So wait, guys, let me get your thoughts on this, man. Since we have about 6-7 minutes left, so
we got about 4 minutes until the trolls come. So get over down.
Yeah, yes, right. So Messi is staying.
Wait, how do you know?
Can I land?
Oh, you're going. I thought you had landed.
Okay, no. I'm approaching Heathrow right now. So basically, it seems so. This is what we know now. So apparently, Messi. So the thoughts that are coming out are that he is going to stay for at least the 1 more year and perhaps leave on a free next summer because Bartomeu stood his ground, and it now seems that Messi's position was never strong. So we thought that, okay, Bartomeu has his version, then Messi will then take this thing to the courts. So what happened was, obviously, Messi sent his father to meet Bartomeu. His father, who is his agent, said he wants to leave. Bartomeu says, no, you've got a contract here. So I'm sorry, unless someone plays 700 million, you have a contract here. And he obviously spoke to Lionel about this and says, look, sorry, he's not budging. And the fact that what we're hearing is that he's now going to stay for the 1 year, which means that all this time, you didn't even have a case. So you didn't turn up for COVID testing. You haven't turned up for training and so forth. And we were all led to believe that Bartomeu, he's so evil. Why is he forcing Messi to stay? Why is he doing all this stuff? When all along, Bartomeu and Barcelona were right. That no, you can't leave. And if you think you've got a strong case, go to CAS, the arbitration for sport, or go to FIFA. So the fact that that is not even been brought into it, and he's not even going into the courts, means that. So why did he even do this to begin with?
He just wanted Barca to say, all right, you know what, you've been a legend, we'll let you go. He just probably didn't expect Bartomeu to be so stubborn, because I think what Bartomeu actually said,
that's naive, man.
He said, if Messi promises to stay, like he was like, you're staying by whatever cost. He goes, if Messi promises to stay, I'd even step down. But my cronies have to take over. So it's like the same board are in charge. It's just that I'm not at the head as long as Messi commits publicly and says that he's going to stay. Like, they're not trying to get rid of him or lose him. Like, obviously, we know that he's going to go possibly at the end of next season if he doesn't sign a contract for free. But that's a case of you signed a contract and your contract ran out. Between you and the club, you both agreed, 4 extra years, whether they sign, and it's run out. But if a player forces before that, the club loses the face and the power, because it's like, well, this guy forced his way out. You might get other players like, well, when it comes to my turn, I'm going to. So I think the club are, obviously taking a strong stance on this. And the reality is, Messi, maybe he's not going to play 100% if he's forced to stay, but 80% Messi is still a very good Messi.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Let me ask you guys this then.
Better, once again, they're better with an 80% Messi than without 80% Messi.
Let me ask you guys this then. If you're Ronald Koeman and Messi now comes back, when we know that after they met, Messi said that he obviously wanted to leave and everything. What do you do as Ronald Koeman? Do you keep him as captain?
You know what I do?
Do you build everything? So is it the same thing as everything? So what do you do?
You know what I do? I sit his ass on the bench. I sit his blood clot on the bench. Who do you think you are to take on big Barcelona? I know everyone says, look what he's done for the club. Barcelona's been there for 100 years.
Thank you.
Barcelona will be there long after he's retired. Long after he's in the ground, Barcelona will be there. Who does he think he is? For me, I find it disgraceful. And I was having a debate, I'll call it, with someone on Twitter saying he should do what he wants because he is Barcelona. So he's 33. How you know what I mean? He's 33. And yes, he is the best player to ever play the game. But that doesn't give you the right. You're still employed by that club.
You're an employee.
If you're that mad and you want to leave, pay out your contract. But you can't because they're paying you too much Rouse money. So you can't pay out your contract because you're going to lose out on all that. So for me, he put himself in a position where he tried to act the big man. And Barcelona said, okay, you're a big man. You got a contract. Prove to me otherwise. He couldn't do so. So now he has to stay. And he has egg on his face. And for me, if I was Koeman, I'd say, yes, you're Lionel Messi. You're the great Lionel Messi. Sit on the bench.
Then you'll get sacked anyway, because then if no good results come,
if I'm
he's
Koeman,
out.
If I'm Koeman, I get sacked. I get a payout anyway. I don't give a give a shit.
But you see, this is the key thing. And this is what people on Twitter don't really realize is that they can't separate the talents from the character. This is easily one of the greatest players that we've ever seen. Ability was 100%, but his character can be looked at differently. So people are like, because he's so good, anything he does is right. No, Messi is 100% one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. Facts. But his character is questionable because you're the captain and leader of this team. You've not made a statement. Nothing has come out from you. And you've not turned up for training. You've not turned up for testing. And nobody has said anything from you. That's crazy.
Imagine being his teammates. Imagine being his teammates right now. And this man, and remember, all of this is because he thinks that his teammates are rubbish. So now he has to go back and train with those same players.
It's messes up. It messes up the whole dressing room thing.
I would two-foot him at every single training session.
If I'm Koeman, I want Messi to leave because it makes my position stronger as a manager. Messi coming back, it weakens my position.
The thing is, he's going to leave anyway in a year. So if I'm Koeman, I'm thinking I'd prefer to just you go now because this is just going to go on and on and on for a year. And it's going to take away from the job I'm trying to do as a football manager. So
go. The thing with Koeman and Messi is that he didn't hand in a transfer request with Koeman as manager per se, so it's nothing to do with Koeman. If, for example, like let's say, I don't know, Anthony Martial said, "Listen, I'm out of it. Ollie, I'm not coming to training. You disrespected your manager." He hasn't done that to Koeman because this all started before Koeman came in. So Koeman doesn't necessarily have a gripe with Messi. Now, if we can see that there's a
they had a meeting. They had a
Well,
meeting.
the players.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you can see that there's an issue now between Messi and the players, and as a manager, you need to take a decision that is best for the team and not Messi. But if the players, which a lot of them do, they'll welcome him back because a lot of the players stand together and stick together and understand. Because Messi might have been talking about leaving for the last 12 months. We don't know. And the players knew that, okay, guys, I'll be here after COVID because, we're going to try to win the Champions League, but I'm leaving after that. So they probably already have that understanding. I doubt the players there are going to have a real issue with Messi if they had pre-warning of this. But his issue is with Barcelona and the board prior to Koeman. So I don't know if he's necessarily going to, should necessarily drop him. But if there is an issue between Messi and the players, then taking away the captaincy may be the only right thing, because if he's not fully committed to the team, but you have to keep him for another year, for him to lead the team out week in, week out, that doesn't give a good look. It doesn't give a good look. So I think maybe take the captaincy, but I doubt it.
I'm saying if I'm Zidane, I'm licking my lips for next season. I can't wait for the season to start next season.
It's a mess. So Nick says Messi was deliberately channeling the discourse away from the legendary 8-2 by feigning the tantrum. It's worked. We're talking about it. No, we'll still remember.
We're still talking about 8-2 though.
No. We'll still talk about 8-2. No, don't worry. Like it is so historic that nothing he does will turn that attention away. Like, it's a nice attempt, but nothing will turn attention away. Guys, remember September 11th, which I think is a Friday. The Football Dugout YouTube channel launches. We are having a massive preview show. Previewing the new Premier League season. Because I think the first game is it Leeds against? No, it's Fulham. Is it Fulham against Thingy?
We're playing Fulham first game, I think.
Yeah, Fulham against Arsenal, 12:30 on Saturday, isn't it?
A big London derby relegation.
Yeah.
So guys, in the link below is the YouTube channel. Click the link in the description below to subscribe to the Football Dugout YouTube channel. Will launch on September 11th and so forth. So guys,
you used the wrong description again.
You know what? Which brings me to the result of the poll on Twitter about who's going to be the brick of the show. 57%, and winning was HH. Second place was Javern on 24%. Third was Neeks, 14%, and I came in on a lowly 5%.
Oh,
Let
me get this straight. So you're saying after all these weeks,
I'm trying.
That is the biggest pile of rubble I've ever heard of in my life. After all the truth bombs I've given you, absolute losers, you're telling me that Devo talks more sense than this dude in this dressing gown?
I think everybody. There you go. You're in a dressing gown. Like
no, because I'm so relaxed and everything that I can still give you truth bombs dressing in a dressing gown and a bed shirt. So
listen. You forgot to put the description twice now. So
therefore, you're a brick.
Javan, do you know how busy I am? Okay, I'm a very busy.
Hold on. So when you make the YouTube,
Chinese, with the Colombians,
when you make the YouTube video, it's not hard to post in the description when you're making it.
I live a very complex life. I live a very Javan. I will get it. Don't worry.
Have you put a
thumbnail from the last video?
Oh yeah, no. I will. I will. So guys, look at any final thoughts. Thoughts before September 11th, before we launch anything. Any final things for the viewers, people out there.
Apparently, David De Gea is having a worldie out there. Apparently, so he's obviously fighting for his space. Over at Man United, Dean Henderson came out and said, "Listen, I ain't here to sit on the bench after having such a good season." So
how is he getting 120 grand a week? Is that true?
Dean Henderson?
Yeah,
but he was on.
How?
But I don't think that's.
You can't. He's never played the game for Man United. He's on 120 grand a week, and he's been at the club for how long?
But it's a 6-year
Explain
deal.
to him.
It's a 6-year deal, so it's like
He's getting paid, man.
you know, it's a lot.
Getting paid. One good season now, and you're getting 100 bags. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but
It's just the way of the world, man.
it's the fact that he would have been able to leave. I think he had maybe 1 year left on his contract or something like that. So he's tying down to 6 years. He's 23 years old. You don't have to renew his contract before he's 30.
Yeah.
And if it's 120,000 a week for the next 6 years, then which I doubt, I guess he'll get upgraded. But you know, what are you doing it?
Yeah.
Really? I guess Solskjaer says to him, "You had to challenge the hair," and he's like, "Well, the hair's on 350. So if I'm challenging for number one, I need
number one money." All right.
So, guys, look, man. Any final words? Any final words before we any last?
I think that's what you have to do now. To be fair, when you sign a player, you got to sign them up for like 7 years so they can't get poached.
That's what you'll do with Kepa.
Contract doesn't mean anything.
7 years of Kepa.
Kepa, like, guys,
That's fine.
That sounds like
fine.
a movie.
I'm willing to give
before
him another season. So
That sounds
not
like
a
a
problem.
movie. I'm willing to give him another season.
Kepa won't be the
he's getting sold. I don't know what he got.
Maybe, but I'm just saying, if we don't get a keeper, then I'm fine, isn't it? It is what it is.
There's nothing called if. When Chelsea gets a keeper.
Listen, if it's not all
There's
black,
no
then it ain't a keeper, bro. So it doesn't.
Are you trying to sign Edouard Mendy or something?
Nah, bro, it's not a keeper.
Rent.
Why would you stay with Kepa?
Look,
It has to-
anything apart from that dude is going to be fine by me.
all
Man.
black or nothing.
Kepa can't start in between those sticks. Hell no, it's not happening. It can happen. All right, guys.
All right.
Peace to the out. Remember, guys, click the link below. Subscribe to the Football Dugout YouTube channel. We launch on September 11th.
Will we launch with the right description? Who knows?
What?
What?
Wait, Javon, what the hell are you, what? Excuse me?
He said, "Put the right damn description in the box."
I said, will we launch with the right
Javon,
description?
are you like my dad
thumbnail? I don't know.
or something? Yeah, I know my parents are divorced. I don't want another dad. Okay,
Oh,
so
for goodness sake.
all right, so you can't just swoop and say, "Oh my gosh, his parents are divorced. Let me swoop in and become his second father." No, okay, like let me deal with my dad in my own way, man. I don't want to become his second father. The hell? God damn! We'll put the description, man. Jeez. Okay. And I have a mother as well, and she taught me cooking and everything. So I don't want another mother as well. Okay. If I pitch the voice, people will think you're my second mother, guys.
You went there, didn't you?
It's been good. We will see you guys on Monday, guys. Peace out. Stay true and stay black, guys. Peace.